Donnie Houston.
Subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man. Yeah, man, it's going down to Donnie Houston podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a special guest today, man. You know what I'm saying? Wreckshop legend. You know what I'm saying? Representing that Beaumont area. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Say, man. Tyte Eyez. What's going down, man?
What's up, fam?
Chillin', man. I forgot. Hey, he's also my cousin too. I forgot to say that too.
Yeah. You know the roots from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So starting off was letting it be known that's originally where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? From the boot. You know what I'm saying? Rain, Louisiana, Church Point, Opelousas, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's fams, all them parts right there. So migrated to Beaumont. You know what I'm saying? 15, 16, something like that. So that's kind of how the music, started.
So you spent enough of your time in Louisiana growing up then?
Yeah. I could say I was born and raised in Louisiana. I turned a man in Texas.
So what made y'all come to Beaumont when y'all was you already rapping and all that by the time y'all came to?
Not officially, but I was always fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? We hadn't put nothing out and shit, but I had many, you know what I'm saying, little handmade cassette tapes and shit that we done put together, you know what I'm saying, as kids and shit. So it was always an inspiration as a little kid. Cause my old man was a DJ and a school teacher, so I always around music, all the bazaars and stuff like that. My old man to be the DJ, what they called it record house at that time. Like you know what I'm saying, he'll be the DJ that shit. So I'm always helping with the equipment, knowing the new music that's out. You know what I'm saying. So it was always just a part of my little toolbox. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So then y'all moved to Beaumont. Is that when you kind of started really kind of getting to it?
Yeah, cause that's kind of like what. But like I said, I was like turning to 17, 18, about to graduate out of high school. So it was at that point where I had to figure out what the hell I was gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying?
You was in sports and shit at that time.
See, that's the thing. Like when I moved from Louisiana to Texas, I couldn't be involved in none of the athletics because I had so many required subjects that I had to take over from. You feel me? And then it was like our credits that we had in Texas was like 24 that you needed to graduate, and we needed 19 in Louisiana. So I needed more credits, so I couldn't even fuck with athletics because of the extra classes I had to take up, and I couldn't afford to lose none of my, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't put the courses ahead of athletics because I wouldn't have graduated. So I was like, fuck it. So that's when it got serious. I was like, fuck it. Music is what I'm finna do. Right in my senior year, you know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it, I can do it.
Was y'all already a group, and like did you already know D Reck and Noke and all that?
I didn't know D Reck. I knew of Noke D because of Beaumont. They was like the first rap group that came out of Beaumont that really had a, you know what I'm saying?
Noke D was in the group.
Yeah, Noke D was in the group. And they was hard, you know what I'm saying, back then. So he was like one of the only niggas that we knew in Beaumont that was on music on the level of being serious like we was trying to be. And then the Pimp C shit and Bun B, UGK, my kinfolk Sean, the one that's with the Pimp Tyte with me, he went to school with them in Port Arthur. So it was real feasible for us to like, man, we can do this shit. I know them niggas, they can do it, we can do it, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So we linked up and just like took it serious and just started writing real songs. And at that time, that's when Rick was kind of going back and forth to Beaumont. Well, not going back and forth, but he would stay in Atlanta. But on holidays and shit like that, niggas would come home to visit the family and shit. And I don't want to say it was like Thanksgiving or something like that. One of my first cousin was classmates with D Reck.
Hmm.
And he knew that he was fucking with the music shit, because we didn't even know nothing about the music shit that he was doing, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, man, I'm gonna put y'all, I'm gonna link y'all up. At this time, we wouldn't even call him D Reck, you know what I'm saying? His name, you know, call him another name and shit. So he was like, I'm gonna hook y'all up with him, man, you know what I'm saying? Next time he come down, I'm gonna call y'all niggas, y'all be ready. You can spit that shit that y'all be spitting for us. You know, because we had the hood, like all the hood people that was, they knew we had something, you know what I'm saying? Like they would come to the spot that we was staying in the South End in Beaumont, and they would just hang out all day and just listen to this shit. You know, the whole porch filled up with thug niggas, all kind of motherfuckers just hanging out, niggas lifting weights, niggas selling weed, niggas doing all kind of shit, you feel me? So the streets knew we had something, like, you know what I'm saying? So Reck come down, we spit that bitch out the head, off the top. Back and forth shit, you know. He like, yeah. He smoking this little cigar, some shit, yeah. Shit, y'all need more songs though, you know what I'm saying? We kick what we had, you know what I'm saying? He like, y'all need more songs, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be back, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep in touch, you know what I'm saying? So we kept in touch with him and shit. Next time he came down, we had some more shit. And at this time, we was fucking with Nonk. Like at this time, we had already started fucking with Nonk on beats, because he would make beats too. So he was fucking with us on what we had. So he, you know, he was like one of the niggas like, hell yeah, come over, let's the studio, we fuck around. You know, this wasn't no money involved or nothing. This was just niggas trying to do it, you know what I'm saying? So we had like about 5 or 6 songs and shit like that, and then Reck was like, yeah, we gonna do some real business, you know what I'm saying? So shit, man, we was like the first niggas like in Beaumont besides know them that, you know what I'm saying, got a record deal, you know what I'm saying? Niggas really actually signed a nigga, you know what I'm saying, and put some paper in the nigga hand, you know what I'm saying? So nigga, we grilled out, nigga, we, you know what I'm saying, we go get
How much, you remember how much y'all signed for at that time?
Man, I can't really remember, man. It wasn't no hope, you know what I'm saying? It was for us at that time, you know what I'm saying? Anything over 5 racks was more, you know, enough for a nigga to just, you know what I'm saying, do his thing. So, you know, it was some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Split, you know what I'm saying? 10, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. So shit, you know, we closed, we grill chain, piece of chain, and you know what I'm saying? Get us some weed, nigga, and we started, you know what I'm saying, grinding, you feel me? And continue to write though. That's all we was doing. We wasn't doing no other shit. We was posted up at the spot. The party come to us, you know what I'm saying? We ain't do all that moving around. Cause we knew it was serious now. Let's come up with this whole album. So now we traveling, they'll come and get us. We'll go to Atlanta, record songs, you know what I'm saying?
Was it called Wreckshop at the time, or what is it?
It wasn't. We still wasn't even. We hadn't even came up with that, because at that point, D Reck had still had his record label in Atlanta, and I want to say it was called Gemini Records or something. You know what I'm saying? So we still hadn't got that far yet. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we was recording songs at real studios at this time. Now we wasn't doing no more in the closet shit, and you know what I'm saying, in the back room shit. We was recording shit. So they were just, you know, accumulating just song after song. This is kind of before we even made that transition to Houston, you know what I'm saying? Yet, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had a Wreckshop or none of that shit yet. We would hang out with Nonk every day, like that motherfucker couldn't shake us. We on that nigga tail everywhere down there, because he cut hair at the time, you know what I'm saying? So we at the barbershop. That's a perfect surrounding for us to flex our skills, play our new shit. You feel me?
Audience stand shit.
Right, all that shit. So that shit was just working hand on hand, you know what I'm saying? And then like I said, I can't really remember the timeline on how all the shit went down when we actually had the Wreckshop, but it was real soon, you know what I'm saying? All that shit was like, next thing is a spot, feel me? Hey, you know, equipment, we in that motherfucker. Ryan Spencer, we in that bitch, bolting the motherfucking plywood up in that bitch. This motherfucker, Ryan Spencer's a beast, man.
He said he had put some studios together.
Motherfucker put up the whole wall with no electricity. I'm talking about by hand. Fucking Popeye forearms. You know, no shit. So like I said, the timeline on that, you know what I'm saying, I would have to really know, because Reck them really know the exact time and year and date when all that was jumped off. But like I say, very shortly after we had fucked with him and shit, you know what I'm saying, we was on the mix, you know what I'm saying? And
so y'all was there before Fat Pat. Y'all see Fat Pat come in and all that?
Yeah, you know, Pat, it was all quick, you know what I'm saying? It was all kind of at the same time. Like when we was doing like the writing the Pimp Tyte album and trying to convince Reck to, you know what I'm saying, do something with us. All that shit was brewing up, you know what I'm saying, with him and Pat, you know what I'm saying. So it was like we met him at the National Guard one time. They had like this New Year's, is like right when Pat Lemons get killed. So them boys came to Beaumont to do a show, you know what I'm saying, at the National Guard on College Street. Shit, we go backstage and go holler at them, you know what I'm saying, like we holler at all of them really, you know what I'm saying, because at this time, you know what I'm saying, we really was just our first time meeting these niggas, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, Donnie Houston, we wasn't really in the mix that deep with them at that time, you know what I'm saying. Kiki was just starting to do his thing, you know what I'm saying, at this time. So we chop it up with Pat, you know what I'm saying, we get a nigga pager number at this time. You know, we link, you know what I'm saying, we, same time, wrecked them, bam. Meeting up with them, let's get it going. So it was like, kind of like all that shit was like, you know what I'm saying? Bam, 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 like next week, next week, you know what I'm saying? Studio, next week, equipment, you know, we mashing. It's like it wasn't no wait, no months or nothing for shit to go down. It was every week, every 2, 3 days, some other shit was jumping. We got this going, you know what I'm saying? Because it was that serious on knowing what we was working with, you know what I'm saying? So like,
But Fat Pat was, I mean, he was the first album to release on the label and shit. So can you talk about like, you know, being around for that whole thing? Because you was around for, you know, him making
It was like, it was hands down that he had to come out, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knew Pimp Tyte, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, niggas knew us in our neighborhood, but that's Beaumont. That's just one small section of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Pat, Screwed Up Click shit was already just, you feel me? Just as the moments was going by, that shit was just getting bigger and bigger, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, you know, it was a no-brainer, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't nothing that we even had to discuss. Hell yeah, we on that nigga shit, finna go hard. Let's get it. And he loved that Pimp Tyte shit, like, man, that Pimp Tyte, that song Pimp Tyte, man, that was that nigga favorite shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga had that shit on like the little voicemail on your prime code. That was on the shit when he, you know what I'm saying, he passed, bro. The favorite song, bro. He loved that motherfucker.
Y'all did it together, or it was different times?
It was me and Sean P song. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we put that on his album, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
but I'm saying, so he wasn't there for that shit.
Nah, like that song we recorded in Atlanta. Like I said, that
was just something y'all. Okay, yeah, they just made it to his.
Right, that was just we had. Like I said, we all was recording at the same time. Like all it wasn't no just one album we working on. It was everything getting worked on. It was even like with ESGMO and all that. Everything was getting worked on.
I thought maybe he just might have been in the studio and been like, man, y'all putting that on my album.
Nah, when he heard that motherfucker the first time, he was like, what the fuck is that? Man, y'all boys say, man, Southside baller flipping keys like a quarter. Hold up, man. He was like, that was the line that he loved. That boy Sean line, you know what I'm saying? He loved that shit right there. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So that was one of his favorites, you know what I'm saying? Like every time he hear that motherfucker, he be like, man, that motherfucker there, serious. That was that Fat Pat shit that he'll do, you know what I'm saying? That just that, man, I'm telling you, that bitch there, hard, going down, I'm telling you, serious. He was on it with that one, yeah. So, and you know, that's how that was. But like I say, shit, everything was just going so quick. Even just like when he got killed, that shit happened so quick, bro. It was like
that's what I was about to ask you. You remember when you first heard, you know what I'm saying, that he got killed?
Yes, man. Yes, bro. I still remember that shit like yesterday, February the 3rd, bro. I want to say it was a Wednesday. Yep. Oh, Nong D called me. I want to say we had just made it back to Beaumont because we used to do like a little Beaumont to Houston once a week thing. Like we'll stay in Houston for like 4 days up the week, and then we'll be at Beaumont 3 days. And his family and my family both was in Beaumont at the time, so I would just carpool with him. You know what I'm saying? And it was it was a day when we was in Beaumont. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, bro, we had just seen him that last week, the last time. You know what I'm saying? When we was out on that shit. So it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a lick right there.
Man, okay, so talk about, because then y'all come after that though. Like after he died, that's when y'all, I remember hearing the single and all that starting to come. like not long after that.
Yeah, I can't even really remember exactly the lineup. I want to say shit. I want to say we came next, but it could have been ESG. It's been some years, bro. Like, no, it's 99. So, but he came in 99 too. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't remember the lineup, but Ghetto Dreams was the first one for sure. And then I want to say like Throw in the Game was next. You know what I'm saying? It was other albums that came. But I don't know if Pimp Tyte was the very next album or not.
I'm talking before. I was just being before, like after all the Fat Pat stuff, because I know it was the, Ghetto Dreams, then Throw It in the Game, then you know what I'm saying. Like,
Okay, yeah.
Once all the Fat Pat stuff was gone, then I remember hearing like that was one of the next records. I could be wrong. I could be off on my shit, but I do remember hearing that.
Yeah. Like, I can't remember 100% if that was like one of the next records, but just after going behind Fat Pat, that Ghetto Dreams was like it had to be a hard ass album to backdoor that. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like you can't just come with nothing that's just gonna, cause that, you know what I'm saying, that was one of them classes where it's down there start to finish. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just being in the mix with that. It's just an honor, you know what I'm saying? Just to be a part of that shit it's a blessing and an honor for me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Talk about working on y'all album when y'all got ready to drop y'all.
Man, like we had, like it was some finishing touches that we had, like a lot of hard songs, like what's that, One Monkey Don't Stop No Show and stuff like that, man. That we just, it was a whole group collaboration with that shit. Like I seen the interview with Chicken Hawk. Shout out to Chicken Hawk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's basically how a lot of the records went down. You know what I'm saying? It was just, we all in there, and you got all these ears and all these people that got all this kind of talent for what they do, listening and critiquing and coming up with this shit. So you really couldn't miss with that kind of chemistry. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't miss. Got 3 hard producers. You know what I'm saying? So you got all them different kind of feelings. You got the funk, you feel me? If you want that shit, you got that, you know what I'm saying, that drama deep shit from Double D. Then you got that, you can get you the, you know what I'm saying, whatever kind from Chicken Hawk, you know what I'm saying? Because he was versatile. So you, not saying that Dub and Note weren't versatile, but that's what they known for, them tracks where they come with that, you feel what I'm saying? So, it was a no miss every time. For most of these records. Yeah.
Man, talk about because Screw came through that Wreckshop a lot, man. Talk about, just meeting DJ Screw and kind of being able to be around him and, just certain things you remember, about him being around.
That dude, that was very, very, very different. Like he was a different kind of person, bro. Like he was genuine, bro. Like if he fuck with you, he fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? If you with him, whatever he got, if he sipping, you sipping. You know what I'm saying? You whatever. That's just the way it was with him. And he was a genius, bro. Like as I look back at it right now, he really was just ahead of his shit, bro. Like he was a genius, my nigga. Like shit that he seen, people don't see until 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like Prophet. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd seen this shit from the distance, bro. Like when people was looking at that shit, like what the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of motherfuckers was thinking that our tape players was dragging and shit. Feel me? Like, and they didn't catch it. That nigga didn't give a fuck. We own it. We catch it. They gonna catch it later. Now every motherfucking rapper right now that's coming out wish they would have had they shit passed through that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was motherfuckers who was coming through this bitch back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Mac 10 motherfuckers like that, love Screw, bro. They coming through every time they come to H-Town, man. They coming through that bitch. Be legit, niggas like that, they coming through. They hearing this nigga play they shit on that shit, on that shit, bro. So they fucking with him. Sebo. A nigga love Sebo. A lot of niggas don't know, like, few niggas know, you know what I'm saying, that the nigga Screw would tell me this all the time, man. My 3 favorite rappers is you, Sebo, and Zero. You know that, nigga? I'm like, no shit, bro. Stop playing. He's like, nah, nigga, for real. Like, just lyrics-wise, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas be on some other shit. And, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never really knew the Sebo dude who he was, but I would always know he would put them Sebo songs on his shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I wouldn't listen to no West Coast shit. I wouldn't even give it the chance. But he wasn't that kind of nigga. Like, he gonna give you that ear. If you got something, he gonna jam your shit. Point blank. He was really a motherfucker who listened to what you say on the words. Like, he wasn't just a nigga just cause you know what I'm saying, you on the beat and the beat, damn man, it's all right, damn. He was critical when it come down to niggas who he thought had something on the mic when it come down to spit, you know what I'm saying? For real. And you know what I'm saying? That nigga used to tell me this shit all the time, so I knew he wasn't lying. I was like, all right, screw, I get it, my nigga. You told me, I already know who you finna say. Yeah, so he told me that shit hundreds of times. So I knew he wasn't lying. I told that to Ro one day, he was like, yeah. I'm like, nigga, I ain't know that shit until some years of getting to know him, you know what I'm saying, when he started fucking with me. I used to fuck with him, you know what I'm saying, for some days, and then I had to break away because this nigga here, you gonna be locked in that hoe, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you know, me back in them days, I'm trying to get up on some bitches, and, you know, I'm trying to do a thing and all this here. But I understood after I started, when I did, because I was only on like 2 screw tapes, you know what I'm saying, because of the weight and how it took, bro, the processes. I wish I was dumb, because I wish I would have just said fuck it and just, you know what I'm saying, toughed it out, because all that shit is classic shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to be on that shit, bro, it's classic, man. Like, that's something that's stamped in time forever.
Which 2 tapes did you make it to?
Man, I want to say one of them name is Wreckshop All Stars or something like that. And the other one, man, I would have to check. I can't remember, but I remember doing it on 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? But he would have our music on a lot of them, like, you know what I'm saying,
sure,
like just the shit that we recorded already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on them too, but I'm talking about it's just freestyle and flowing. It's a process to get up on them motherfuckers, bro. It ain't just no, you can't just go up in that bitch and be like, all right, I'm ready. It don't go that way. And it fucked me up because I didn't know it did go that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, shit, all right, I know I can get out the head quick and go, you know what I'm saying? Shit, how long could it really take? Shit. Niggas started pulling out the motherfucking little, what you call it, them little cushions that you put on your bed, the little egg crate kind of cushions that roll up in big, long, bed-sized motherfuckers out the closets and shit and start to go to bed and sleep. I'm like, oh, shit, what the fuck going on? Yeah, man, like, it take like, well, for me, the shit that I went through the first time for sure, it was like almost 2.5 days, bro, for him to press record.
God damn.
Like, I didn't get it, but he was just like, everybody ain't gonna be able to make it. Too many heads in there. So that means you gotta just wait them out. And it take days sometimes because they not trying to burn out. They trying to make it take. You feel me? So it ain't no, you know what I'm saying, no hate on it. It was just so many motherfuckers, bro. So it wouldn't have. So you had to wait the people out, bro. And I'm like, man, are you serious, bro? Yeah. So it was like, can't go in there and just get my part and then stop. You feel me? Let me out. That don't work that way. You feel me? It ain't no cut, niggas, and keep going and in that house. So I was like, it fucked me up. But after I did it and I seen how the streets was on that shit, I was like, okay. It's like some shit that you just off the head fucking off on. And now this song is really a song you can do at a show. You feel me? And be some of your hyper shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like that all night lab that Note them was doing.
Yeah.
That type of shit. You feel me? That was the closest that I seen motherfuckers fuck with it again. But, you know, that shit was, it was a movement that couldn't be denied, my nigga, on some real shit. Like that nigga, hey man. You'd be surprised how many places that Screwed and went to, like just in the deck, music wise. That motherfucker been everywhere. And the nigga just independent nigga doing that shit out his trunk, you know what I'm saying? That's some real shit.
Man, talk about, didn't you say you were there when, what was it? Was it him and Watson met or something like that?
Yeah, I was there, man. I was there. for the first time, because it really fucked me up to know that niggas that's been down there staying in this city for all this time and they never was in the same spot together. It was just it was boggling to me. You know what I'm saying? But just so happened that day, shit, it happened. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that was a classic time for me to see these niggas shake hands for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was some real shit. You know? Cause it was like, it was intense. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, these niggas ain't never met before, you know that? But shit, everything was cool, you know. But yeah, that was classic right there.
Yeah. Man, talk about it when y'all got Mo, man, cause you was a part of a whole lot of Mo stuff, man.
Oh yeah, man. I was like them niggas roadies, man, to be honest with you. Like, they know I'm better move them bags and shit fast and pack them up real, you know what I'm saying? You know, Mo, you know, he gonna move slow, so nigga like me, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, make sure everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I would just be them niggas, be they nigga that just make me and Dollar, we would make sure them niggas shit, come on, let's go. Get your shit y'all need gonna have in y'all pocket and y'all carrying with y'all, everything else, we finna load it up, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So I always would be around that nigga, you know, I got millions of stories of that.
Man, come on with it, man.
So which one you wanna hear, a story, what you had, one in mind that you was saying?
Nah, go ahead, nah.
Oh man, one was funnier than a motherfucker, man. When we had this homegirl. She was from Louisiana, I wanna say. She was hanging out with us like a motherfucker, bro. Like she was just one of them homegirls that's gonna smoke, nigga, drink, you feel me, and just have a good time type shit. Gonna laugh and gonna want critique our music on our new shit and hell yeah, you know, type partner, you feel me? Man, boy, she in the room with us. She on one bed, Mo them on another bed. I can't remember how everybody was sitting, but anyway, Mo had his cup on the floor. I'm talking about muddy. Nigga had just pulled up something like a 8 in a motherfucking 1 liter or something. Nigga was like that, man. I'm talking about, boy, wild girl jumped up fast and did some shit and kicked that nigga cup over. Oh. That nigga was hot, but they was so cool. He was, hey man, goddamn shit, you gotta watch this. But you know, shit, ooh wee, man, ooh wee. Goddamn, so what, $300 cup, goddamn, you do. Shit, ooh wee, baby, chill out now. Man, sit over there on the chair or something. So he just make it out, you know, Mo's a funny ass nigga, boy. Man, boy, that boy pull up another one. Boy, she kicked that motherfucker.
Oh my God, no sir. No sir.
Oh my God, that nigga was ready to put her out there, nigga. Like, bitch, you gonna have to go. You tripping. But she was, oh, my bad. I don't even remember everything, how it went down. I don't know, she probably even might have replaced it or something. That was the only thing that was gonna make that shit right. Cause Mo about that cup. He gonna get on your ass, boy. I'm talking about, you wanna make that nigga mad. Kick that motherfucking cup over, nigga. He fuck around, might not be your partner no more if he ain't, you know, fuck with you before, you feel me? That's gonna be the first impression of him, is you kicking his cup over. You might have missed it fucking with him. Nah, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That he was, hey, that nigga, boy, that cup, man. That nigga love that cup, man. Yeah. Shout out to MOE, rest in peace to that nigga right there, man. Shout out to Mama Mo, K-Love, the whole family, you know what I'm saying? I miss y'all, man.
You remember working on City of Serve and all that?
I do, man. I remember that, man. Hell yeah, that was just like classic, bro. Yeah. I fucked him up with that one too, like, man, cause he was, I think this was right when we just started working on it, I want to say. It was right when we said it was on the next, you know what I'm saying? That's what we on right now. I say, Mo, I got your album cover artwork. I got the title of your album. And I also got the title track already. And I think a couple of us were sitting there and say, what? Nigga, the name of the album gonna be The City of Serve. You're gonna be standing over the H-Town nigga with a cup of drink pouring over the skyline. And the title track it's gonna be, what's that remake? I couldn't remember the dude's name, but I was like, all I wanna do is bang school. And that was it. They heard that up. Let's record that. Wrong.
Oh shit.
That was instant. Like we go in that bitch right there. I don't even remember who made that track, but whatever producer it was, they was instantly on that.
No shit.
Artwork was instantly getting sent out. Like that what it was, and from there, it was a wrap. Set the tone right there. I be having ideas just already stacked for shit. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know you wrote that shit, come from.
Hey, my nigga, like that was, you know what I'm saying? Like I had many of them, like, but that was the one right there. That was the one. I had many of them. I had a lot for that nigga, bro. Before he passed away, we just ain't really get around to doing them. But hey, nigga, I had them stacked up, nigga.
Okay, so you did that on the album. You was on Choppers.
I wasn't on Choppers.
You was on
I wasn't on Choppers.
Motherfucker, let me put a checklist up.
I was on Wonder If I Did.
That's what I was rapping earlier.
That's another one I had. Like I said, I had a couple of little remakes already stacked up in my head.
That's the one I'm talking about. Not Choppers, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I was rapping that shit earlier before you came, dog.
Yeah.
Not Choppers. No.
I had that, you know what I'm saying? I had a few more for them, but that was another one right there that it just was a no-brainer. Yeah, got to do that one. You know what I'm saying? So, like, pretty much, I ain't gonna need much front. Like, I'm not really on that many songs on the Wreckshop catalog if I wasn't right there coming up with the process of what the song was about. So pretty much if I'm on the song, I was right there tinkering in what we was rapping about or what we gonna be doing on this song. Me and Dollar, you know, God, we was those idea niggas, you know. No, too, everybody had ideas, but when it come down to just, you know what I'm saying, brainstorming on this shit and come on up with some shit, that's what we do, you know what I'm saying? That's what we was, you know what I'm saying, we did.
Man, talk about that presidential player, man.
Confidential player?
Confidential player, my bad.
That's another one, you know what I'm saying?
Player, yeah.
So really, like, that was another one of my little hidden little weapons that I had been holding on just for years, you know what I'm saying? So Double D had made the track for me. And I couldn't sing that motherfucker the way I wanted to. Like the hook that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I ain't sounding right on that shit. Oh, who the fuck I can get that can sing that bitch that I know kind of got my tone a little bit that is going to spit it the way I'm going to spit that I want it to be spit? Zero. You know what I'm saying? So I called this nigga up. Hey, Ro, come through, man. I got a little hook I want you to fuck with me on. Bet, bro. You know what I'm saying? That time, Ro, you know, on that bitch down there every other day, you know, just, you all fucking around, you know what I'm saying? Man, boy, come through that bitch and heard that hoe. Hell yeah. Nigga rolling that bitch. And I think I want to say I went to the store or something, because there's a little store across the street. Shit. I'm at the end there working, you know, I'm sitting on the other side of the phone, chilling over there. I go back in there, check it out in my head. That boy hit that hoe. I was like, ooh, man, you nailed that hoe just like the fuck I was talking about, right? Bam. So see, hey, man, I dropped the verse on that hoe too, man. I was like, shit, you did? I'm like, man, let me hear that hoe. Cause at this time, this really was a solo. It was gonna be a solo song, you know.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, see, I ain't know that. Okay.
So bam, I say, that boy hit that bitch. And I heard the verse. I said, oh yeah, you ate on that hoe. I can't take that off. Hell yeah, you cool, man. Fuck it. He's like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. So bam. So at this time, it's still just kind of set for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Just set for a minute. It ain't do nothing with it or nothing. Like I had my verse. I started my verse off already. You know,
it was the same beat.
Yeah. And I want to say Ronnie Spencer jumped on that hoe. I want to say I want to say Ronnie Spencer did that at that time or when it was time for it. You know what I'm saying? For it to be. You know what I'm saying? On the most shit. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's set up for a little minute. And then it was time for Mo. It was like Consider Serve was already done. That was boom.
That already went crazy.
Yeah, that's already went crazy. So this is one he nigga. I want to say he had got the deal. I was like, Mo, you know, you can have that song, man. Put that bitch on your shit. Cause I mean, you know, I hadn't did shit yet. At that time, I wasn't working on no real solo project, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Which that's what I was trying to do, but we had so much other shit going on, the acting the ass, and you know what I'm saying? It was like, we was moving around, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck it. It's Private Jewel right here, fuck it, go ahead, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we all come up, you know what I'm saying? Come up with a verse with him. We sat down and bam, that's how that went. You know what I'm saying? That's how that went.
Man, do you remember going on the road or like doing shows with like Mo and stuff like that?
Hell yeah, we lived on the road, man. Like we basically lived on the road at one point. Like that's how frequent we was. You know what I'm saying? Doing shows and shit. We would be on the road like 3 days out the week sometimes, just consecutive 2 days, all the weekends. Monday, Friday, and Saturday. Next weekend, same shit somewhere else. So you know, we was moving around. So I got many motherfucking memories of that shit. That nigga Mo tear the motherfucking stage down, bro. That nigga, that was a stage record, bro. Disco Danny, nigga, I'm talking about. That boy there, man. For real. Boy, that nigga gonna captivate that crowd, my nigga. Like him and ESG is two of the niggas that I put at the top of my list when I say they can motherfucking control a crowd. Man.
Okay, talk about ESG, cause we ain't talking about ESG. ESG came through that Wreckshop.
Yeah, he was my nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucked with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, I would be trying to convince nigga Reck to sign everybody. Be like, hey, get this nigga, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was. Nigga got something. Feel me? I would try. You know what I'm saying? I shoot it out there. So you know. He comes to the table. It was a no brainer. Like I want to say that him and E and Mo had did a song on was it Mo album? I want to say, and that hoe was hard. And he started kind of doing shows with us on just that one song. You know what I'm saying? So he like shit. Wait, hold on.
Nah, that was later on. With Mo.
Yeah. That's how it go. Vice versa when Mo gets on the record with E. Drop your top and roll with me.
Yeah.
Feel me? That was like, nigga was like, hold up. That's when nigga like, that's how Mo, that's that Mo era whenever boy was like, man, hey, jump on this, man. Jump on this. And nigga shit, Mo just hang him and Nolan, they boys like that when they first hooked up, you know what I'm saying? So, it was a point where Mo wasn't even signed yet, and he'll just be hanging over there, just with no, just chilling anyway. You know what I'm saying? Bought some drinking butters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Feel me? So when that ESG record came out, that shit down there was like blowing shit out the water, like ooh shit. You feel me? Like for real, that nigga Mo would get up on that bitch with that towel on his head, nigga, and just. Top, nigga, the whole crowd just. The SG, man, I'm talking about that hoe went hard.
Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah,
that bitch went hard right there, nigga. And then Mo was doing shows with us with that bitch. He'd just come, you know what I'm saying? He, like I say, I was with Noke anyway, so shit. He on stage with us doing that hoe. Like nigga, I'm telling, looking at Rick, like, you sign that nigga, bro. Telling you, nigga, oh, you play with it. Saying to myself, you feel me, like, epic. But you know what I'm saying? It worked the way it worked out anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, it was genuine the way it went down. Like nigga was just like, man, that third threw him off too when he was seeing the nigga shoot that movie. He was
That's
like,
what I was gonna say.
Movies and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, hell yeah, nigga. He's like, y'all niggas through, boy. D Reck, that nigga there, he was like, man, y'all nigga, I'm like, telling you, bro, come over here. I'm telling him that, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to insinuate that shit anytime you feel me? I'm insinuate, hey, man, do the shit. I was never no nigga on the label was like, nah, fuck that shit. You don't take away from nah, nigga, fuck that. We gonna shine on this shit no matter what. You feel me? That was my whole vision from beginning to the end, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we all still like brothers, you know what I'm saying, till this day. You know what I'm saying? Even though niggas went their separate ways and did their own shit, nigga, we get back together. It's just like a family reunion. We in that bitch. Just like the old days, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about when you have different business relationships with other people and it don't end up staying that same way. You don't have to be no, enemies or no bad blood or fuck you. I want to see you do wrong. I want to see you get fucked off in the game. That's when you get, it wasn't real. Anyway, you feel me? That's when you get to being around motherfuckers you shouldn't have been around anyway. If it end up being that way. Feel me? Yeah. So shout out to all them niggas at the Wreckshop, D Reck, No D, Dirty Dollar, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, the whole Wreckshop Nation, everybody. Cause I fuck with all of them, they all my brothers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cause we did it as a brotherhood. That's why it was so hard. That's why the force of it was so hard, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it takes, man. Nowadays, bro, your team is just the same shit, bro. As long as you got a solid team, the shit gonna go.
Yeah. Man, talk about the movie though, Dirty 30, man. Star. Cause this one thing to be in there, it's another thing to star. You one of the stars in that, man. Talk about that, man.
Man, shit. I was a ladies' man, so I had to be one of the, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, it was, we knew how it went. It wasn't no big deal, you know what I'm saying? But just on the movie, being a part of that shit, bro, just took my brain to knowing I can write movies and can act, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't just do the shit just to bullshit. The shit I'm finna do and the shit that I'm doing, it's gonna be real shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was fun, bro. That was a fun experience, man. Because we really like, kind of like this freestyle the movie, like, but it was a real movie. We had real guidelines of dialogue, what we talking about. We wasn't just having no specific words you had to memorize. You know what I'm saying? You just have to give it your own twist, but you gotta. This is what we talking about. This is, you know what I'm saying? So that shit was like, it stole. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the same shit we do with music, but doing it in a visual form. So it was a classic. It was a hood classic.
For sure, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And we was like really. I mean, I wasn't really thinking intentional that it was gonna be. I'm just thinking we doing something just to fuck with, small car shit. Like I wasn't pitching it to be, because it was our first time, you know what I'm saying. So I'm thinking, man, we gonna learn after this one, we'll get better. But this shit we doing might not, you know what I'm saying. But shit, as I started seeing, we start keep on doing. I'm like, oh yeah. Then I'm behind the scenes watching them boys edit that. Oh, I'm like, oh yeah. Seeing the soundtrack put together, oh, okay, so now I'm putting all that shit together, like, yeah, this shit is dope. All that makes the move, like, all that shit plays a part in it. You know what I'm saying? So, I seen the process of it finished, and I was like, oh, yeah, it might be something. And at this time, like, the only hood flick that we had to go by was, like, Body, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it was just like, fuck it, let's give our version of the hood flick shit.
And they turned out to be a goddamn classic.
It's live, yeah. So it was cool though, man. And Mo would trip off when he seen that shit. Like I say, it fascinated him to know nigga was really shooting the movie. He seen 3-2 weeks hooking this nigga up with the squibs and shit when he got to spit the blood out of shit. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, nigga, we got real fucking props and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was live. So that was another thing that in his mind, I'm knowing like he like, yeah, I'm finna be down with some shit that niggas gonna be doing for real shit. Not saying nobody was else, but the niggas he fucking with is on that level. He seeing this shit on the daily basis. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna rub off on you. You gonna want to do it too. You gonna want to fuck around. You gonna want to put it out, Mike. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Seeing all this shit go down, seeing how the process happened, it's like nigga shit. Niggas ain't just in this bitch one on one. Man, we coming together on this shit. It can happen. You know what I'm saying? So shit, it was believable to him. So shit. Damn. And just all that shit was just taking off, bro. Like it was just good moves, for all parties. You know what I'm saying? So shit. But yeah, man, like it'll probably take a part 2, nigga, to just have all the stories and all the memories, nigga, cause we have some shit, bro. Like I don't know if did you ever like. The one you did with D Reck, that was the only one with all of us. So that was the only kind of we ain't really get to too many other stories, but man.
Oh man, talk about 3-2 a little bit, man.
3-2 Kinfolk. Man, shout out to 3-2, man. But 3, man, he would always be he was with Fat Pat, like when Fat Pat was doing his shit. So 3 always was around the Wreckshop. So like when Pat got killed, niggas always gonna come back to the home or what, you know what I'm saying, the shit was from. So from that point, 3 was all, like we recorded songs like instantly after Pat got killed because we was mad, like, you know, we hot. Some of that shit that's on the throat in the game, I want to say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we hot, so we at the lab and we, you know what I'm saying, on some shit like, bro, you know what I'm saying, type shit. And I didn't even know we was kin at this point, you feel me? So we was still be doing songs and shit together. Like he jumped on the Pimp Tyte shit, he jumped on shit, you know what I'm saying? And we was talking about some shit about Louisiana came up. And I say, shit, that's what my people are from out there, Appaloosa. That's where my people from. Yeah, so we start talking. So he get on the phone with this old lady, and he started asking her the last names, excuse me, of his people or whatever. So I'm telling them my grandmother them last name, and she was like, oh yeah, I know them. We kin, we close kin too. So that's how all that little transpired. So from there we were like, fuck it, we ain't need to hear no more. We kinfolk now. You know what I'm saying? Me and Sean, you know what I'm saying? My kinfolk Sean is with Pimp Tyte, we both kin to him. So you know what I'm saying? It's my kinfolks. So you know, 3 was always a nigga that was, you know, I was close to that nigga, man, you know what I'm saying? On that, for sure, you know what I'm saying? So I can get him to do shit that nobody couldn't get him to do because I was a kinfolk, and he can get me to do shit that nobody couldn't get me to do because he was my kinfolk. Feel me? Type shit. Come on, kinfolk, I got you, baby. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, can't ride here with all that, man. Come on, baby, I got you. Chill out, bitch. Motherfucker. That's my nigga, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him do it. I'm gonna do it for him. But he would be the only nigga that could get me to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation was, you know what I'm saying? He just had his way, you know what I'm saying? With words, and he gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna work them on your ass, you feel me? Straight up. 3 was another fucker, man. But yeah, man, like, he was a good dude, though, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was solid, man, you know what I'm saying? He was solid, you know what I'm saying? So I always would, you know what I'm saying, watch them boys and pay attention to the certain things they would do, you know what I'm saying? And certain things not to do, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I learned a lot from niggas like that. Straight up. Yeah, 3 is one of the best, man. Straight up.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Well, man, you got anything before we close up, man?
Oh, man, my new shit, man.
New music, for sure.
New music,
for sure.
New exotic pop, too. I just jumped off with, you know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
I'm trying to get that in the circulation and just, you know what I'm saying, let people know we still active, we still doing shit, we in the mix, and we fucking with the right people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I might not fuck with everybody, but I fuck with the right people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, you know, shit, just fuck with your boy when you see me, nigga. Shit, I'm doing shows, I'm doing features, I'm doing all of that, you know what I'm saying? So holla at your boy at _Tyte_Eyez. I gotta keep switching up. Niggas be hacking my shit, you know. But I ain't gonna get hacked no more. I'm hack proof now. Goddamn, I'm hack proof now. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, man. Y'all just check nigga out, man. Check my new music out. Got the Stimulus out right now on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Just give it an ear and tell me what you think about it. You know. If not, share it to your partner. You know what I'm saying? Let them know we still doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of real niggas still living, still doing this shit, and still on the same shit they was on back then. Like, not saying in music-wise, but just on the same real shit, you know what I'm saying? But my music was timeless, I feel, so it's no need to change something that's timeless. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man. Anything you need, bro, you already know, man.
Oh, yeah, likewise.
Hit
Yeah,
me
for sure.
Bro, you know? We got to get us something in, too. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So
no, definitely. I mean, everybody know I was saying when I get ready to come back around this music, it's so many things I got to touch, but, you know, we got to get us one and pull us a verse from 3 or something and see if we can.
Yes, man. We definitely got to do that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Trap Outlaws out there, them boys, you know what I'm saying?
Already.
You know what I'm saying? Miss Mary, my kinfolk Amy, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The Really Dope Pies.
For sure.
Yeah, y'all check that out too, man. I don't know exactly where they can get them at. They gotta do like.
They got to call the number. It's
I
ain't the number on me, but it's the number on the commercial.
It's gonna be on the screen. Gonna put it on the screen when you edit that, boy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. You know what I'm saying? My people in Louisiana, people in Beaumont, boys locked up. Keep your head up. You know what it is, man. Boys in that H, know I'm at north to the south, man. You know what I'm saying? We here.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Appreciate it.
It's your boy Donnie Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's Donnie's podcast. Tyte Eyez. Hey, man, we up out of here.
Yeah.
Donnie Houston.
Subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.